Hello everyone, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT. And in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my first impression / first look at the new early spring simplicity pattern collection that was just newly released. But before I get started, I just want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me in 2023 and making it such a great year, and I hope for the same in 2024. I do have different videos that I am working on that a lot of people have already released, like the year-end roundups and just everything I made and the best patterns of 2023. But I am traveling right now and I don't have a lot of the files that I need because it's on an external hard drive. And so when I get back home, I'll start working on those. But I thought this would be a great video for today, seeing that these patterns were just released. So please let me know what your thoughts are about this new early spring collection by Simplicity in the comment section below. If you like this type of video, go ahead and click the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on looking at this collection. Okay everyone, so again, this is the new early spring 2024 Simplicity pattern collection that was just newly released, and this is the front page of it. This is what it's showing you, and I will go ahead and start sharing all of the different patterns. So let's see. Okay, so for this first pattern, this is a Mrs. Kate by the wonderful Mimi G. This is Simplicity 9893, and the pattern description is cropped trench cape with pointed collar, includes cargo pockets with inverted pleats and flaps. Cape includes a storm flap, buttons, and front button tabs for convertible sleeves. And the sewing rating is average. And let's take a closer look here. I think this is very, very stylish. I love it. And it's perfect for climates that don't get super cold, especially during early spring time. I live in a climate that is like cold during the early spring, but as soon as it tapers off, I could definitely wear something like this. And it's just so trendy and stylish. I love, the different cuts for the flap and the pockets detail, and then the fact that you do have the option to put the buttons on to kind of, like if you're like me, I like more fashionable buttons at times. For something like this, I would definitely use a nice flashy fashionable button that could really, really elevate the look. So here's a full photo of her. Here's a side view. You can see the lining through here. All right, and so let's look at the line art. So here is the line art here. Yeah, it's super, super nice. So I'm really, really loving that look. And again, this is Simplicity 9893. Let's look at the fabrics that you would need for this pattern. So it states that you would need broadcloth, cotton blends, denim, lightweight wool types, linen blends, gabardine, stretch wovens, tweed or twill, and you would line it with cotton blends, polyester blends, and you do need interfacing. The finished measurements are on this pattern, but it's not through the bust area, it's only from the base of the neck. So I'm sure you would have to look at the pattern pieces that are inside of the pattern to get that information. But yeah, this again is your pattern, and I think it's perfect for the early spring. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. Okay, so for this next pattern, this is Simplicity 9894, and this is again designed by Mimi G, and the pattern's description is Mrs. and Women's top and skirt in 2 lengths. Now, I think this outfit is super cute, the top and the skirt, but I am here for the skirt. Both views, both lengths are absolutely fabulous. Let's look in more detail about this pattern. The description goes on to say that it is a cropped corset top with bust cups, has underwire for support, skirt has a slightly lower waist, and is offered in 2 length variations. Top and skirt both have side zippers. Top has separate pattern pieces for B, C, and D cup sizes, which is awesome, and C, D, and double D sizes for women. I may be able to make it. So on the first look, as you can see, I mentioned that I was here for the skirts, and that's because normally I cannot fit into tops like this because of my larger bust. But they are offering double D cup sizes. Most of the time in patterns, double D cup sizes work out for me. Sometimes they don't. In this situation, I think that the pattern is, not so big to where I couldn't make a mock-up. So I would definitely try to make a mock-up of this. And that will be to determine if I am really able to wear this double D top. So yes, definitely really feeling the pattern. Now, like I said, I was here for the skirt, but now that I know that I can possibly make that top, this would be perfect for the later spring for me in the summer due to my climate. Beautiful. So let's take a look at the photos up close. So here's up close. I love all the top stitching. It looks like you need boning in here. And this is cropped. For me, I would lengthen it. But the skirt is just like, oh my gosh, it's perfection. Perfection. To be honest, I would probably go for this longer skirt here. But both skirt lengths are nice. So let's look at more photos. This is here in the light denim. And I remember when Mimi was uploading things on Instagram and sharing this, I didn't realize like it was gonna be this cute. This is so nice. Okay, so here's the back view, and it doesn't look like there's a zipper in the back, so there's probably a side zipper to get into this top. Let's look here. Yeah, so here it is, your side zipper right over here. And the suggested fabrics are going to be your boucle, cottons, denim, linens, rayons, and satins. And also for A, which is the top, you can make it in brocades, damask, and taffeta. It does need to be lined, and the lining fabrics are just going to be your basic lining fabrics, and you will need lightweight interfacing. There are finished bust measurements on the back here for you for the view A, which is your top. And for some reason, for the B bust cup, it doesn't give any more finished measurements. This place just shook. I think I'm in California. I think we just had an earthquake. Okay, just confirm. Yes, we just did experience an earthquake. That was strange. Okay, so back to what I was saying. For the finished garment measurements for the B bust cup sizes, the finished measurements stop at size 18, and maybe that's because it doesn't go past size 18 for the B. I don't really know, but I've never seen that before, as you can see here in this area. So you have your other cup sizes to go all the way up to size 28W. For the double D bust cut size, I would just go for the 20W, which is normal in the women's patterns for me. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of these photos. This is the blue denim one up close. Here, just love this top stitching. It just looks like perfection. Okay, so let's look at the line art. And the sewing rating is average. So here's your line art. Looks just like the pattern that she made. And I love this skirt with the band. I know I'm a fan of elasticated waist things like pants and skirts and shorts, but over the summer I made a skirt that had a waistband, and I was really feeling that too. So I may be switching it up because it's this band here situation. It had a side zipper. I think it was a side zipper. It could have been a back, but I'm really loving this. I just love how the skirt, you know, flutes out, and I love how there's seams here. This is so cute. So I would definitely be making the longer version. I do feel like I would like to make the view be the shorter version. However, I probably wouldn't make it as short as it is. I'd probably add about 4 to 5 inches. All right, so yeah, super cute pattern with the top and the skirt, super stylish. And even if you are not into exposing your skin, you know, you do have the skirt pattern that is absolutely gorgeous, and it's modest, especially the longer version, and it's suitable for all ages. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next pattern. Okay, so this next pattern is a Simplicity 9886, and the pattern description is Mrs. Dress and with length variations. And this is a fitted color block dress. It has a bodice with princess seams and bust darts. Dress comes in 3 lengths and can be made with or without sleeves. And dress A has a neck band, so that's going to be this version right here. All views have side seam pockets, which is awesome. And I will let you know that this comes in 2 different pattern packages. So this is Simplicity 9886 and for the misses, and the women's for the larger sizes comes in pattern number 9887, and I will show you that briefly once I finish going over the first look of this one. So here is a look up close. So right here you see your neck collar. It's cut off on this picture here, but yeah, this is your neck collar, and these seams are just so gorgeous. There's bust darts and side seams here. So you can't really see the bust darts on the model, but you can definitely see the princess seams. I said side seams, I meant to say princess seams. Now, this is for the sophisticated. I love this look right here. This is super trendy, it's gorgeous, it's classy. You can make it your own with the color blocking. I mean, look at this. She used the orange, she used the peach looking color, she used the white. Just gorgeous. And to be honest, I love the way the pattern illustrations are over here as well. They have really sold this look to me. And I even love it here where you're mixing prints and solids in view C. Here are the sleeveless versions up here and the model, and this is the length of the sleeves. So they're, you know, 3/4 sleeves, but you can always lengthen it, and so this pattern can actually be a year-round pattern. I love patterns like that. You just have to choose your fabric accordingly. So let's look at the more photos. This is like an up close up what the side seam pocket looks like. Here is the denim version up close, so you can see these princess seams and the little bust dart here. This is the version without the collar. And this just looks like this is standard hem. This is a standard hem right here. And this is what the sleeves are looking like without a collar. There's no stitching here, so you will have a facing, neck facing, which is fine. So yeah, so let's look at the line art. So here's your line art right here for view A, and then your view C and D. So the zipper is in the back. So yes, this will be a standard side pocket installation, and I am here for it. I am here for this pattern, okay? Love it. Okay, so this is the women's dress pattern for Simplicity 9886, 9887. So as you can see, it looks identical. And the model here is modeling view C. which is this version down here, and it does not have the collar and it has sleeves. So that would be the difference between the previous model and this model. She has sleeves and no collar, and the other one doesn't. It actually looks like two totally different dresses. The other one was longer, had the collar. This one is a shorter version, no collar and sleeves. So this pattern can take you a long way. I really love the neutrals that she used and Simplicity used on this. It looks like a thicker knit, like maybe a ponte knit here, and I think it's fabulous. I even think these brighter colors for the different examples are fabulous as well. You got your blue, yellow, and white for you see your blues here, and then your bright magenta and a print that they mix with this one, and then your orange. So yeah. So again, this is Simplicity 9886, and as soon as this hits the stores, you will be seeing this in a pattern haul, okay? So let's go ahead and go to the next pattern. Okay, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9888, and the pattern description is Mrs. Dresses. It's a relaxed fit shirt dress with elastic waist and side seam pockets, and includes an optional pointed collar and placket that could be made in a contrasting fabric. Dress has a forward drop shoulder with full pleated sleeves and elastic closures in 2 sleeve length variations. The dress also comes in 2 length options as well as an optional cutout at the back waist. The sewing rating is average. So looking at this is a very nice option, especially with the different fabrics, and it has a little something back here, and I'm just glad that it is optional. For me right now, I don't think I would do this. If I did, I would just wear like a flash tone cami so that it wouldn't actually be showing my skin, but why even do that if you want to cover it up, right, if you have an option. So yeah, I'm loving this look. I think this is nice. I don't particularly care for this collar stand look in this style of dress. I feel like it's just so much dress and a lot of sleeve and everything. It's kind of like overpowering the collar, but you just never know until you actually make it and put it on. So my favorite view for this pattern is view B, and this young lady is wearing C, and I actually like the C too, but I'm just thinking like for the spring and being able to wear into the summer, I think I would go with view B. All right, so let's take a look at some of the details up close. So this is your button placket and your collar stand, and you've got your sleeves here with the drop shoulder and the elastic at the hem of the sleeve and at the waist, side pockets. Yeah, it's just really lovely, and the fabric is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. So here's a view of one of the illustrated examples, and another view here, and this is the view that the model is wearing. Here's the back opening, so it's not super revealing. You see some pleats right here. Yeah, but like I said, I'm not in that spot in life where I want to expose like that. Okay, so the suggested fabrics are going to be your cotton blends, gingham, linen blends, poplin, and shirtings, and it does need interfacing, and I'm assuming that's for the collar and the collar stand. For your notions, you will need 5 1/2-inch buttons for views A, B, and C, and then you're going to need 3/4 inch elastic for your sleeves and for the waist. And let's see here. Oh, for views B and C, which is here and here, which has the back opening, you will need single fold bias tape, and I'm assuming that's to make a casing for the elastic for the opening of the back. So here is the line art here, and you've got A, B, and C. But again, if you wanted to make this longer version, All you have to do is make sure that you don't cut off the length from view A, and you just use the collar stand, you know, and the collar for view C. So yeah, it's a very nice, modest option, and I think it's really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. Okay, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9890. The description is women's top, and it is a raised waist top with shawl collar, have partial button front, 2 length options and sleeve variations, and top C has a released pleat on the sleeve. Okay, the sewing rating is also average for this pattern. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So again, this is a raised waist top, and it has some princess detail going on here. Has buttons with the loops. Okay, so they're not like the buttonholes, and I think this is cute. I actually like it. So one thing that it mentioned is that it has like a shawl collar, and that is a nice detail because Simplicity, they have been releasing a lot of button front type of patterns, and recently they have been looking very, very similar, but this is a new and refreshing design, you know, with the shawl collar, and then it has, you know, the different seams to kind of separate the top from the bottom and things of that nature. And see here, so yeah, there's a seam on the top and the bottom, and then you attach the two. So princess seam here, seam there, princess seam here, seam there. So the one thing you just have to be mindful of is making sure that you're lining these seams up, because it will be very noticeable if you do not. Now, I do like the different sleeve length variations here, and in the early spring I would still go for the long sleeve, which is what the model is wearing. So let me see here. Let's look at, that looks the same. So this is the sleeve length here, and this is the sleeve length with the placket that the pattern description kind of described. It's a release pleat on the sleeve. So to be honest, I don't really know what that means. So I would just have to make it to kind of know what they're saying. So here's the line art in the back, and it's a nice open pleat here, inverted type of pleat in the back. And here is the line art for the button placket on view C. So for the suggested fabrics, it calls for chambray linens, rayon, silky type, soft cottons, and tencel. Again, this is Simplicity 9890, and I do, like I said, feel like it is a nice, refreshing button front pattern by Simplicity. And to accompany Simplicity 9890, this pattern, Simplicity 9889, is also the same pattern. This is just in the misses tops, and 9890 was in the women's. So this is how it looks in the misses. So it looks the same, just a different size here. It looks like she made this out of a linen fabric, and it's just as cute on her as it was on the other model. Oh, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9892, and the description is Mrs. Jeans. It's a low-waisted jean with pockets that have 2 closure options, either a front fly zipper or a front button fly closure. Okay, view B has contrast outer panels, a yoke and waistband, and top stitching is optional. So I don't make jeans like this unless they're, you know, elasticated, but you know, this type of jean with a front fly I have not made yet, but this is super cute. I love the seam detail here. I love this color blocking, and I think it's super adorable. Absolutely adorable. All right, so here's some pictures up close. This is not a contrast between these seams, but you can kind of see how this is looking. And this is also the button front right here. The back. It's the back of it. Very nice. And the suggested fabrics are going to be your chambray, chino, cotton blends, denim, linen blends, poplin, twill, and there's a lining. And the lining calls for cotton blends, polyester blends, and it does also need lightweight interfacing. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the line art. And this is considered as an average sew for the sewing rating. And here's your line art in the back. And again, this is Simplicity 9892. I think it's super, super cute and very on trend. So then we have Simplicity 9891, Mrs. Skirt in 3 lengths. And this is a cargo skirt, and the description goes on to say that cargo skirts with drawstring waistband have side seam pockets with flaps and snap button closures. Skirts B and C have patch pockets and back vents. Okay, the sewing rating is also average for this pattern. So let's take a look up close. This is a very nice, cute spring and summer type of skirt. And to be honest, you can wear this in the winter if you make this longer version view C and a heavier fabric. And she is wearing the view C, and I love it. So here are these views up close. So let's take a look at these cargo pockets. Super cute. They're not even like your average cargo pocket where they are, squared off. These are rounded at the corners on the bottom. So I'm loving that. So here is a shorter version. There's no cargos up here, and I like here like this little loop that they sewed in between the seam of the band and the skirt, and they put this little D-ring here so you can kind of like hang some things on it. That's super cute and probably helpful, depending on what you want to clip on that. And then here's a look at those pockets. And I like this little flappy thing too. I've made a pocket that's had that before. It's more of a design, but yeah. And then you have it again here, just longer. Here is the back view. So you've got more of these loops with D-rings in the back, and here's your patch pockets. Super cute. And so for the fabrics, the suggested fabrics are going to be your denim, nylons, poplin, rayon, sateen, tinsel, twill. You will need some interfacing. And so yes, it needs 3 7/8 D-rings and 1 3/4 yards of elastic cording. That's, to pull in that waistband. And a pair of 1/2-inch grommets, 1 cord stopper, and a pair of 5/8-inch buttons or heavy-duty snaps. And you would also need elastic for B and C. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where the grommets come in. Oh, I see, right in the front. You need your grommets for the front of the pattern, right here. But you don't have to do that. You could just put in buttonholes if you wanted to. So yeah, this is super cute. Again, another pattern that is multi-seasonal and great for all ages. If you're not into the cargo pockets, you don't have to put cargo pockets on. It's your choice. You could just use all of the other details. But this is very, very, very cool. I really, really like it. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. Okay, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9897, and the description is unisex sweatshirts in 2 lengths by Norris Danta Ford. He is the designer. The description goes on to say that this comfy casual sweatshirt goes well with everything. Pull over design is oversized raglan, and it has rib trimmings, includes 2 length variations, and comes in sizes extra small through extra large, and this is considered easy to sew. Okay, and so here is a close-up. Here's Norse's version, very simple, and then we have Mimi, who's made a version as well. So see if there's more photos here. Yeah, it just is what it is, oversized. And the suggested fabrics are going to be your stretch knits only, such as double knit, fleece, ponte, and sweatshirt knits, and also terry knits. And it says to use the stretch gauge. And so the finished measurements are on here for the bust and for the waist. And it's pretty much straight all the way down, because the bust, chest, and waist measurements are the same for this whole pattern. I do love an oversized sweatshirt, especially, you know, on cooler days. So this will be a great pattern. Let's see, the only notions that are mentioned are 5 strips of rib knit trim. I guess I didn't realize trim was a notion because it's still kind of like fabric. But yeah, I think this is super nice. And I would just, I guess since it's oversized, I would make a size small, because the finished garment bust measurement is 51 and a half. My bust is a 45. So if you're super thin, this may not be the pattern for you, because it may just swallow you up. But I mean, maybe that's what you want. But yeah, definitely be mindful of that, because I've noticed that unisex patterns are just like really big when you make them. And you definitely don't want to feel like you just are being swallowed up in something for the most part. All right, so that is it for this pattern. Love it, you know, very relaxed, casual, and we will go ahead and look at the next pattern. Okay, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9896, and this description is unisex jacket in 2 lengths, and it's a quilted shoulder detail jacket that has contrasting collar bands, snap button closures, and contrasting pockets with zipper closures. The back of the jacket has a large zipper pocket. View B has a contrasting fabric in the front and back yokes. The sewing rating is average. It's very different, but it's nice. It looks like there's snaps. I think I already read that. And it's very detailed, very detailed. Here's your quilted front shoulder. It's showing that here and here. Let's look at this line art. You know, this is not something I would wear, but I don't think that it is bad. This is just a personal choice. I just like to wear things that I feel like I can wear most of the time for my personal style and for my lifestyle. And I don't think this fits, at least not right now, but I do see where they're going with it. I like the little pocket in the back. I like pockets, period. And these pockets in the front. And I do like the quilting. So let's see here. Let's look at the different fabrics that it calls for. Actually, let's look at the photos first. Okay. This pattern kind of threw me off, so I'm kind of going out of my normal sequence. So here is one view with your pockets here, and this is a lot of work here, especially to do a pocket like this and stitch them down. And you have your quilting over here, and then there's another view without this front pocket at the top. These up close. This looks like a silky fabric. This is bias tape, I'm assuming. Here's the back with that pocket. Super cute. Yeah, this is bias tape here, and here, there. And this is another version here, the male version. Okay, so the suggested fabrics are going to be your cotton blends, denim, fleece, ponte, scuba, stretch wovens. So yeah, loving how the models are given like young teenage vibes. She put her hair into like 2 puffs at the top, things like that. With certain types of fabrics, I think this could be super sharp, like a brocade and a solid. That would be the look that I would go for with this. I think maybe the bright colors threw me off, even though I love bright colors, but with this style I think it just kind of threw me off for a minute. But I could really see myself having an elevated type of look with like a brocade fabric with a solid and some nice trim to make it pop. So yes, I just had to use my imagination a little more, but this is a very, very nice pattern. It is very detailed though, and it is definitely workable. So, you know, just a note to self. When you can't feel it and it's just not speaking to you, you have to think about your own personal style and how you can make it work for you. And yes, I can see it in this pattern now. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. And again, this particular pattern is Simplicity 9896. So this next pattern is Simplicity 9895, and the description is Mrs. and Women's Jacket and leggings. It does say PDF here, but they do have it in a regular pattern package. I'm just reading off of this one. So the pattern goes on to say that it has a corset style hooded jacket, has optional boning and 2 sleeve and band options. Jacket also offers 2 closure variations, either hook and eye or zipper closure, and knit leggings have elasticated waist, and it is considered average. So here's a close look at the jacket. Like I said, it's corset style and the boning is optional, so that's good. This model right here has the hook and eye method. I just being, you know, candid with you, I cannot stand sewing on hook and eye, so I would definitely go for the zipper option, which is view A. Their leggings are, you know, basic, and so I like those leggings. So here's a closer look at this hook and eye. Oh my gosh, the person that took the time to do that, bless you, but it will not be me. It's so beautiful though. And the boning in here looks great. I actually like this a lot. And I like that it has a hood. It's like a fashionable, elevated type of workout jacket. Super cute. And here's a zipper. And just has bust gathers under here. Yeah. You can see a little better on this one. This is the hook and eye route that we will not be going. Oh, and it also has these openings for thumbs, like a lot of workout jackets do. So that's a nice detail. I love it. For some reason, I really like those thumb openings. And here's your leggings. It has a waistband, and then looks like there's a zipper here at the bottom. Outside of that, it's just basic. So there's a closer and better look at the zipper at the bottom, and then your waistband. And then your model, you can't really see her zipper, but it's down there. And here's the back view. So there's some gathers in the back, more boning. And I was watching Vlogmas and I saw where someone didn't have any boning at their home, but they used zip ties as their boning. I thought that was pretty brilliant. They did need to cut off the ends. I can't remember the name of the person. If I can remember, I'll put it in the description box below. But because zip ties are pointy at the ends, they did kind of melt those down, so it would not stick through their clothes and poke on them. So I thought that was pretty neat. I personally think I would need regular boning because of the weight that I carry in that area. So the suggested fabrics are going to be your double knits, fleece, jersey, stretch velvet, sweatshirting, and if you see your stretch knits only, such as jersey or spandex. Alright, and here's your line art. So this is view A with the zipper, and view B with the hook and eyes in the back, and then here's your leggings. So again, that is Simplicity 9895. Love it. And I will go on to the next pattern. So this next pattern is Simplicity 9895, and the pattern description is Mrs. Knit Dress in 3 lengths. And it goes on to say that it is a 1 shoulder dress that has gathered side cutout detail, gathered shoulder, which can be made with or without a sleeve. Okay, it's pretty neat. And length variations. View A has an asymmetrical hem and the sewing rating is average. So here's a closer look. So you've got your long sleeve over here and your cutout. And here is it without, or here it is without a sleeve. Very nice. And so while it has a cutout here and here, it covers enough, you know, to still feel sophisticated and classy. And here are the other views. This is perfect for the summer, maybe even a cover up too. So here's the back. Yeah, will I be making this? No, because I just don't wear things like this, but I do think it's very pretty. And then, you know, prom season too, that would be a good option. So here are the line drawings. Here's your asymmetrical hem for view A, and then your view B and view C. And for the fabrics, the fabric suggestions are going to be your stretch knits only, such as bamboo knit, interlock, jersey, modal, rayon knit, rib knit, and your stretch velvet. So yeah, this is Simplicity 9895. I think it's super cute, good for different types of occasions. Again, I won't be making it because I'm not comfortable with the cutouts and but mostly just the cutout. I could do a one sleeve type deal, but not the cutout. Not right now in my life. It may change later. But yeah, so loving it, and let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. So then we have Simplicity 9884, and the description is Mrs. Dress in 2 lengths. This is a Jiffy 1960s vintage pattern, and it has 2 to 3 main pattern pieces, and it's considered easy to cut and easy to sew, and it is one of those vintage pattern reproduction authentic patterns. Okay, so it goes on to say that the vintage Simplicity 1960s Jiffy dress sewing pattern that has a collarless dress with a low round neckline, has a back zipper, views 1 and 2, which is this is 1 and this is 2, have front and back waistline darts. View 1, which is this one right here, is sleeveless with the slit in the left side seam and is ankle length. Views 2 and 3 have short set-in sleeves, so that's these 2 right here. View 3 is worn with the ribbon sash. Authentic vintage reproduction includes additional sizes and cutting layouts. All right, so let's take a closer look here. So this gathering just comes from the sash. And here's your slit here. And your long darts. Dart over there. This is the shorter version, that rounded neck, and this is the version with the sash. So for the fabrics, the suggested fabrics are going to be your brocades, cotton and blends, crepe, linen, metallic, brocade and crepes, silks, synthetics and blends, velvet, and velveteen. So as you all know, I love a Jiffy pattern, okay? I think it's super cute. If I'm to make one, I would go with view 1. Not sure if I would put the sleeve on it yet. Just kind of depends on where we are in the season, but this is a view that I would make. I think it's super cute. I love all the versions. It's very, very nice. So again, that is Simplicity 9884. And we'll go on to the next pattern. All right, so now we have Simplicity 9881. This is Mrs. Skirts. It says PDF here, but it is also in the printed version. And this description is floor length skirts that have front A-line shape, back variations with short trains, Side back zippers and waistbands with skirt hook closures. Back options include tailored A-line with princess seams, pleated back panels or dramatic bustle, and bustled skirt keeps its shape with net stiffening. And it says to see the envelope for more options, and it is considered average. So let's take a look. Here are the skirts. As you know, spring, summer, and fall is like wedding season, so this is absolutely perfect. And I'm sure even with prom season, there would be somebody that would love this look. I love this bustled skirt right here. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Love it. I wish it would show us like all the way turned around, and maybe it's just like a side thing. Oh, here it is. Oh, love it. Love, love, love this. You know that is me all the way. I don't have anywhere to wear it, so I wouldn't purchase it, but if I needed it for something, I would definitely get this. So let's look and see what type of fabrics that this is suggesting. And this suggests brocade, jacquard, sateen, shantung, silk, and silk types, and also taffeta. And it has a lining. And here is your line art right here. Yes, I love this one. Love it so much. This is nice. These are average, but these two right here, especially VC, is what sold me. So love it. Okay. And that is Simplicity 9881. So let's go ahead and look at the next pattern. So this next pattern is Simplicity 9880, and this is a Mrs. Corset and Sash. These corsets is what accompany the skirts that we just looked at. And so they are line-boned corsets and have back-quartered loops for lacing with dipped front hems that skims over the hip line and rises at the back. Design options include wide upper cuff, purchase lace appliques, novelty fringe trim, and front button trims, a sash with front cover bun, styling and wide tie ends from lining from net for structure and volume. And it says to see the envelope for more information. This is also considered average. And again, this says PDF, but it is in printed form. I just clicked on PDF. So let's take a closer look at these corsets. Lovely, lovely. Love this trim here. And this is the boning that stops at the hip line and skims. And yes, lots of details. Beautiful, beautiful pieces here. I think my favorite would be the, oh my gosh, look at the back of these. I can't even finish my sentence. This is absolutely stunning. Definitely a purchase trim. Absolutely stunning though, and I love that gold contrast. This is gorgeous as well. Love this. I think this one is my favorite look of all. This is very nice as well. And so the suggested fabrics are going to be your brocades, jacquards, sateen, silks, silk types, taffeta, and velvet. It does have a lining. And here are your line arts right here. Fabulous, just fabulous. All right, so again, that is 9880 for Simplicity. Perfect, perfect for your dress up occasions, galas, proms, weddings, all of that. We always need these types of patterns in our stash for those occasions, especially if we sew for others. Okay, so let's look at the next pattern. Okay, so this pattern is Simplicity 9908, and this is bag in 4 sizes, and I think they're very unique looking bags. Their description goes on to say that they're quick and easy bag that folds flat. Okay, it expands to a generous size. View D has a zipper closure and adjustable webbing straps, and it is considered very easy. Y'all know I love me a crafting pattern, and I love it when it's easy. So this is super cute. This is a denim fabric. I actually have this fabric in my stash. So let's take a closer look at these photos. Oh, how neat. This is what it looks like when it's laying flat. That is just so, oh my gosh, that is just so dope right there. I love that. The suggested fabrics are going to be your cotton blends, and ripstop. And yes, here they are. Okay, here is your line art. Use A, B, C, and D. And this is how it looks when it's expanded. This is how it looks when it's flat. That is so perfect for traveling, or for a minimalist, or someone who lives in a tiny house, because you can just flatten it down and probably fold it over even, and yeah, it's out of the way. Love this. I gotta make it. I gotta make it just to say I got it. Love it. Okay, so that is it for the adult patterns within this new early spring collection, and the video has already gone on for some time. So I did show you the one crafting bag that I thought was absolutely worth me mentioning, which was that collapsible duffel bag type thing, which was also the last pattern that I just showed you. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to close out this video, but I will show you a little flip through from the lookbook of simplicity of the children's pattern, along with the additional craft patterns, and I'll just show that as a slideshow to end this video. But please let me know what your thoughts are in the description box below, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!